Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So as you know, throughout this month I'm doing these how-to videos, and I thought I'd made this video before. I think I did, but I don't know if I deleted it or I don't know if I did it as a live stream. But anyway, the how-to today is how to make a decision. So many people, especially the people that come for counselling and for coaching, struggle with making a decision. Now, some of that is because they've just always been indecisive. Maybe they've got that type of personality. Sometimes it's to do with them not feeling confident within themselves. So when they do make a decision, they're always second guessing themselves, or they can't make a decision without reaching out to someone else. Whatever the reason, decision making is a part of life. It's something we have to do. We have hundreds, thousands of decisions a day that we have to make. So it's really important to understand how you can make decisions in a better way. So I'm going to give you 6 tips. So the first thing is you need to decide what is the decision you're making. That might seem a bit obvious, but sometimes people are struggling and they don't even know what the decision is that they need to make. And that's the reason they're struggling with the decision. So you first of all have to say that out loud, or at least identify, okay, if the decision is I need to decide whether I want to leave my relationship, I need to decide if I want to change jobs, I need to decide if I want to move to another country or another city or whatever it is. That's the decision. So first of all, you have to identify that. Then the second thing is to list the pros and cons. So this is like quite common. I suppose lots of people have done this, where they make a list of for and against. So, all the reasons I should do this, all the reasons I shouldn't do this. And then the problem, what happens sometimes is people will make those lists. And then if there's 4 things on the pro list, oh, I should do this, and then 20 on the no, I shouldn't do it, people zoom in on the 4 things on the should list. And I think the reason they do that is because they're deep down, they don't want to make the decision, or they're drawn towards a particular aspect of that decision. Now, there's no point in doing the for and against list if you just go back to it's about which one has the most things on the list. That's the whole point of it. So if there's 10 things on the against, I shouldn't do this, then that's what you should go with. But not many people do that. So once you've made the list, the next thing is to think about what is in the way of me making the decision. For some people, it's fear of getting it wrong. They're thinking, oh, if I make this decision, it could be the worst thing I could do. Fear of getting it right. So some people are scared of actually things going right. And this happens with relationships a lot. So people will stay in a relationship where they know it's not working, and they've known it's not working for years, but they're scared to end the relationship because they'll start talking themselves out of it. They'll say, well, what if I don't meet anyone else? What if I regret the decision? What if this, or what if that? And you can do all of that, and it is there are certain decisions which you don't want to just make impulsively, or you don't want to make them quick, but you have to decide in the end, and you can't kind of let fear get in the way. The other thing is lack of trust in yourself. If you don't trust yourself to make decisions, then you'll struggle making decisions. If you're fully trustworthy of yourself as a person, then any decision you make, you will almost feel like proud that you've made the decision, but you're also not going to beat yourself up afterwards, because you're going to trust whatever decision you made was based on the information you had, it was based on how you were feeling, it was based on what you think is right. Even if it's just, I don't do this thing where you flip a coin, but sometimes if you are really struggling, you can flip a coin. But to me, it's when you do that, it's kind of copping out a little bit, because it's saying, well, I don't feel confident enough to make this decision, and I'm not sure, and I've been going back and forth, so let me just flip a coin and decide on that. Some people do that, and I think for little things you can. I personally won't be making major decisions by flipping a coin on it, because I just wouldn't, but some people do that. And the other thing is, if you're just if you don't know what you want, and you haven't done the pros and cons list, and you don't know what the decision is, but you just feel stuck, then sometimes that can prevent you from making a decision as well. So the 4th thing is to start practicing with small decisions. If you start with things where there's no consequences, so that might include deciding what you're going to have for dinner. Some people are so indecisive they can't even decide what they want to have for dinner. There's people that can't decide if they're walking around a shopping market, supermarket. I've been, when my sister, I used to go shopping with her, and it was a nightmare. She'd have to go down every aisle. she'd spend at least 10 minutes just staring at all the cheeses or all of the things. And I'd be like, I'd go around and pick up what I wanted. And she would still be there like 10 minutes later. And I'm thinking, just make it, it's only cheese. Do you know what I mean? It's not the worst thing in the world. But there are some people who are literally so indecisive, they can't make little decisions, what they're going to wear, what they're going to eat, you know. So if you start small, practice, because there's no consequences if you make the wrong decision, if it's something like small, and then you graduate to bigger decisions. So then you start making decisions about, you know, where you're going to go on holiday, where you're going to live, where your children are going to go to school, what type of car you're going to buy, you know, big decisions that might have more of an impact. So that's the thing really. And then the final thing is no regrets. You know, once you've made these decisions, there's no point in then, you know, having regrets, saying to yourself, I wish I hadn't done that. Why did I do that? You know, it's pointless, because if you're going to do that, then you're just going to repeat the cycle again where you struggle with decisions because you're going to be fearful of the outcome. You have to just believe that all you made is the best decision for you at the time. We can't get everything right, but do you know what? Having regrets is pointless because you can't go back and redo it. And also it just means it keeps you feeling, you know, you're tormenting yourself or torturing yourself for something that you decided. And it's kind of like people are living like that at the minute, where they're just thinking, you know, something they did 10 years ago or something they did 5 years ago, or a relationship that broke up, or, you know, a decision they made, and they're living with that like now, like that torture. And it's completely pointless, because not pointless then, it's completely meaningless to do, because you can't do anything about it. So it's about forgiving yourself, but well, it's not even forgiveness that you need, it's about accepting that you made the right decision at that time. There was nothing else you could have done. That's the information you had, and you're living with that, and you're okay with that. You accept the decision you made. So I hope this video has been useful. As I said, throughout this month, the rest of the September, I'll be continuing to do these how-to videos. If you find them useful, leave your comments, let me know what you think. Also share this with others, and yeah, you can obviously contribute to my social media posts. Not contribute financially, none of them are monetized, but just by commenting really, and by sharing. And you can consider subscribing as well to some of my channels. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye.